Hello friends, happy first full day of spring. It's March 21st, 2023. Okay, so I got all the parts together that we're going to be needing that I know of for this 57 Gravely project here. And I had a manifold with the exhaust nipple here, the exhaust pipe. I had that. I had a brand new gasket for it, so I glued the gasket on to make things easier. I had a used muffler here that we'll be using. Another thing I want to point out, this goes for, well, especially these Gravely's. Let's say you have a cracked manifold and you want to change the manifold and you're lucky enough to get the bolts out without breaking them. Always replace these bolts because that side of the engine on the exhaust side gets really hot. And another thing too is don't ever run your engine without this exhaust manifold on it. You could burn up the valves, the exhaust valve at least, because they get pretty hot. So yeah, this one seems to be in pretty good shape. And I cleaned the surface where the gasket is on here, and I also ran the threaded part here. I ran it around the wire wheel. So we're good with that. Okay, so another thing now was the carburetor issue. There was no sediment bowl on it. You know, these are more things I stole off the 54. Okay, so this one has the fitting to accept a 1/4 inch hose on this side. And I also took the carburetor because it has the fitting to accept the 1/4 inch hose on that also. And I got a piece of hose here. It's not in the greatest shape in the world, but it will work for now. Also, what we needed too was a starter switch. I thought it was newer than this, but I know it works. And the nuts come off real easy to where the cables go on. I managed to get under the hood of the second project, and I got a couple of cables, battery cables out under there, but I left the real long one. So what we're going to do is just plop the battery on the ground, I guess, to first start it up. I popped the starter off. I'm just trying to make things easier for when I film this. What we're going to try to do now is we're going to try to put the exhaust manifold on. To catch this bolt here doesn't seem too bad, but the other one there, I think there's enough clearance to where I can get the bolt into the manifold. Once again, my eyesight's not that great, as everybody knows, but they're doing a lot better. You know, I feel comfortable on here. So what I did was I WD-40 these threaded holes here, and I just ran a bolt in there to make sure they went in good. I didn't have to tap the bolt, tap the threads out to make sure that the bolts go in and out easy. Yeah, it is the weakest point of a Gravely tractor right here. These old Model Ls. Sometimes they break off right here. This one seems to be pretty solid here. Yeah, for the heck of it, I wanted to see if I could loosen the head bolts. Well, you can forget about that. So hopefully we don't really have to dig too deep into this engine. If we do, then it's going to be a problem. Also, another trick that I do. Okay, so you have the socket here, right? And sometimes you stick the bolt in there, because these are pretty short bolts. Where's one of the bolts? These are pretty short bolts, and they fall down into the socket pretty far. And what I do is I just take a nut. This is a 7/16 socket, by the way. I just take a nut that's 7/16, and I just stick it in the let's see if I can do it one hand. I doubt it. I just stick it into the socket here, and then the bolt will still fit in there, but then you'll have a lot of thread showing. Because sometimes what happens is if you don't have enough thread, then you can't catch the bolt once you're trying to put the manifold on. What else? Whatever else we're going to be doing, we're going to start off with the the hardest part that I think is the hardest part, but then everything ends up being the hardest part. We're going to start off by putting on this exhaust manifold, so I'll get set up for that and I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I just knocked into the camera. Let me try to. Wow, I really can't see this camera even. Where the heck are we here? I should have put the umbrella up so I could see what's going on here. We're going to be working right about here. Sorry about all this, friends. Yeah, I think you might be able to see. Alright, so what do I do with that nut? Do I leave that nut stuck in the socket here? Yeah. Alright, so I got that nut stuck in the socket here. Let me just try it. Try this. Which way do I want to? Yeah, I think I want to approach it this way, or was it this way? I think I'm just gonna try to dry fit it first here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so this should be. I'm going to stick the bolt up into the manifold here. Yeah, I just took some RTV and glued the gasket to make this a little easier here. Yeah, about 3 months ago, I would have never even been able to get this far. Alright, so we want to leave that a little loose here. I know this shifter rod's probably going to be in the way, left and right. Try to get it to where I think that'll be alright there. I'll have to swivel this around some. I don't know what it's going to be like putting the other bolt in, but we'll give it a try anyway. I think I got it started like a couple of threads with my fingers, and now we'll try to send it home here. If I could get. Oh, I went to turn the camera on and the socket slipped off. Can't get in there with a wrench, I don't think. I don't know what the heck is going on here. I got it threaded in there, but I don't think I can get the socket back on it. I'll spin it in as much as I can with my fingers. Yeah, I gravely should have went back to the drawing board when they designed this. I don't have a real thin wall socket. Maybe like a 12-point socket would have worked. I could have taken my die grinder and grinded this housing a little bit here to make things easier, but yeah, the problem is it's hard to get the socket on there. Maybe if I just I think I lost that nut already, but I don't need it anymore. Jeez, what a pain. I don't know. Let me just tighten this one up maybe, and then I'll see if I can get a wrench in there. I'll shut the camera off again for that. Then you're on pins and needles, because it's a 1/4 inch bolt. That's why you're using the 7/16 socket. You're on pins and needles that you're going to snap something here. Okay. Alright, so I'll be right back. I don't even know if I was recording. Here. I don't even know. Well, good thing this had the housing with the open slats, because it's 56 or before. I just dropped the wrench. I just wanted to show you what I had to do here. And I dropped the wrench down there. Alright, so I had to go through the slats here. That slat. And use the box end and the open end to tighten it up. Otherwise, I would have had to take the manifold off and probably, I don't even know where I'm at here. And probably grind some of this away here so I get the socket on there. What a pain. That took a long time. There was a lot of cursing too involved. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, let's pop that switch in there now. Just gotta get the bolts out. The mounting bolts. And then I'll hook up a couple of cables to it. We'll just lay the battery on the ground, because I don't have a cable long enough to go to the front of the tractor where the battery mounts. And then we'll stick the starter back on, and then we'll move on to the carburetor. I'm using a 7/16 wrench and socket to put this on. I hope you're in view there. Drop the washer. This is lovely working here with gravel. This is great. I lose everything here. And then once you lose it, it's gone forever. but that's all right. Better than nothing, right? This switch here, it doesn't matter which way you put the posts, you know, which cable you put the posts to on each side here, because all the switch does is when you press the switch, it makes contact in there. So it doesn't matter how you hook up the cables. Alright, so I like to hook the cables up usually. The inner one here, and then you have the outer one. The inner one I usually like to hook up where the battery comes in. The battery cable comes in from the battery, because the battery's mounted out front. And then I usually use this outer one here that goes to the starter. This way the one to the battery is always hot, right? And then when you press the button, it makes contact, like I said before, and it sends juice to the starter, and that's how you start it up. All right, so right now, yeah, I'm gonna hook it up that way anyway, even though I have to replace that cable in there sooner or later. I know these battery cable ends are really messed up. I got one pretty much new one over there, but see, these cables never make it to the front. You still even with me here? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so I'll put this cable on the inside. You know, I miss going on live streams. I love going on live streams. My problem is I'm having trouble reading and writing the chats, in the chats. Don't stop sending me comments, but as far as the comments go, when you send me a comment, I have to screenshot it, and then I have to make it bigger so I can read it, you know? So when you're on the live chat, you can't do that. I'm not able to do that. So I get frustrated, and that's why I haven't been going on live streams. And I miss going on them because I enjoy going on, you know? Alright, so the other one here I can't put on till I put the starter back in. So I guess we'll get the starter and put that back on. And this ground cable, I'll just hook to the top starter bolt, and that'll be our ground, and this will be our positive lead here. Wow, that feels awfully. I'll probably have to buy all new cables for this. These cables are really junk here. Whatever here. I'm not going to be able to function with that. Alright, let me go get the starter and we'll throw the starter on. You sure you guys don't mind how long the videos are? Because this is going to be a pretty long one here, I could tell. I think part of that struggling with trying to tighten up that bolt for the exhaust manifold, I think I'll get rid of some of that. Luckily I stopped recording so there's no cursing and swearing and stuff. Alright, so let me get the starter in the chain. You know what? This looks like it's just grounded. This is going to end up being grounded right to the starter here. Who the heck did that way? That's got to end up being that way. Let me go test it with I got the battery charger over here right now. Charging up the battery we're going to be using to start this thing. Yeah, I'll be right back. Let me see what's going on with that. It's pinned right to the starter. I should have taken you with me for this, but oh no, that didn't matter though. I hooked up the cables, and then all of a sudden it was like very sluggish, and a whole bunch of stuff came flying out of it, and then it started spinning pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this up with some WD-40, and if you could say, I don't even know if you can, I'm going to spray some WD-40 down. Sometimes it gets down in there, and see how it spins down. Good thing we caught that. I think the starter's junk, but I do have the starter we took off the 1967 Gravely, the one that was real sluggish, but it'll be much better than that. So I'm just going to hook this up real quick, and I just hit the back. Yeah, I'll make it turn the engine over. Can't hurt anything. We got enough oil in it and everything. So yeah, I don't know what's up with this. I never saw it like this. Maybe it's not touching. I don't know. I get to start the chain set on here first before we bolt it up. And of course the chain fell off the sprocket, I think. I think it did. No, it's on there. It's on there pretty good, I guess. I'll use this bolt here for the ground. It's getting near lunchtime. Probably way past it. I had to start a little late this morning because it was still pretty cold this morning, but then it warmed up really nice. So that was pretty cool. They put this thing on right or what? I guess so. Yeah, it's a whole different type of starter than what I'm used to here. No, that's right. Yeah. Let me hook this cable up to the starter switch while I think of it here. Try to get the washer off. why it don't come off. Here it comes. There it is. Stick this back on here. Big sub. Oh, the eye's not fitting on there too good. I don't know why. There it goes. What do you think, guys? This tractor's gonna be a pain in the ass all the time? I'm starting to think it is. Having trouble here again. Oh man, this thing don't even reach the ground. This cable. Come on. Yeah, what happens is I get mad and then I just go out and buy all new cables and stuff and don't mess with all this junk we got here. I'm putting it on without the washer. Hope you guys don't get mad at me, but this all has to come apart again anyway, so it doesn't matter. Why this isn't going on right, I don't know. Oh, it's a stupid rubber insulator, I think. That's what I think it was. So what now? I'm going to have to put the battery on the milk crate here. You know this could only happen on camera, right guys? All this trouble I'm having. I got a feeling the insulator's caught under the cable here. I just have that feeling. Maybe not. ghost of the wind. That's what that noise you heard was. My door slammed. Right now we need 9/16. And I didn't bring the wrench. Or the socket even. I'll be right back. Okay. This is a 5/8. Somebody used a 5/8 bolt under here. Oh my God, this is already a barrel of fun here. Yeah. Somebody used it's a 3/8 bolt, but the nut is 5/8. I'll change that out. I have a feeling we're going to be changing the starter on this. I have a funny feeling. Let me get the battery and let's just try and see what it does. It'd be funny if it started, wouldn't it? My camera's feeling all loose. The tripod's feeling all loose. I don't know what's going on with that. Here's the battery. How close do I gotta put this ridiculous thing? I won't say it. I won't say it. Yeah, positive. We'll know if we have it hooked up wrong. Like, I can't even get this on the post. This is ridiculous. Isn't that funny? I don't have the the gear on the teeth are white. I gotta see what's going on. I think the bottom cables are touching each other where the starter button gets hooked up. Let me sort that out and I'll be right back. And I gotta get the chain back on the starter gear. That would be funny if this started up. It can't though. There's no fuel in it or nothing anyway. And I doubt it has any spark. There goes the chain. It snapped. Of course it snapped. What a hunk of junk. This thing is a hunk of junk. Right from the word go. I don't even have a spare chain. I don't have a spare chain. We might have to just pull start it. try to get it going. Because you could do it, and I'll show you how you do it when we get to that part. Okay, so I stole the chain off of the 73 C8. I just pulled it all the way in. Yesterday morning, when we first started on this, after part one, I backed the tractor out. It started right up, no problem. I went to pull everything back in, and of course the C8, that battery, I don't think that battery's that old. So I charged the battery up, pulled it in, left the big charger that I have on it for about an hour. This morning, it was almost dead again, so it's going to need a battery. But in the meantime, I can make chains myself, but it's a little too intricate right now for me to do it with the way my eyes are. So I'm going to order 2 starter chains. I'm going to get a couple of those fuel shut-offs instead of using the sediment bowl. And I think I'll get a set of points, or maybe a couple of sets of points in the meantime. The thing is, my 61 Postal, I have the metal fuel line for that. It was off a tractor from years ago, probably. And I want to put that back to the original way that it was. Most of it is all original, the way it used to be, but now it has that, that fuel shut-off tab. The person that had it did away with the sediment bowl. And, yeah, I'd like to put it back to the way it was originally. So, I'm going to put the chain on this. We're not going to do anything with the carburetor today, because I already saw that this video is going too long. For the heck of it, I'm going to pull the spark plug out and put some 2-stroke in there. We're going to crank it over, and I still want to see. I can't tell if the magneto's pulsing. No, that's no good. Do it right there. Oh. That's a good way to break the starter switch now. This is going to be one of those tractors, no matter what I touch, it's going to break. I'm going to break something. Alright, now I need that 5/8 socket. Tomorrow's the 23rd, so you'll see this video tomorrow, and I'd like to get another video up by this coming Saturday after this. Next year we'll do that carburetor thing. I'll screw that sediment bowl on here. We'll run the line and put that other carburetor on, and we'll see how we make out here. I think I have a chain master link to where I could fix that other chain that broke. That's not really tight enough, but what I do is the box wrench, I just pull on that and just tighten this up. This chain's no good either, it's stretched. What I did with that one is I put this is a 3/8 nut and bolt, I put a 5/16 nut and bolt on there. I took up some slack so the chain would be tight, because this is not tightening up good at all. This chain's stretched, or it's the wrong chain, or I don't know what. think I was kidding when I said everything's going to be a pain on this machine. And that it is. Nah, yeah, it's pretty loose. I'd rather it too loose than too tight anyway, but let's see if we can bust another chain. That'd be funny. Yeah, so tomorrow morning I'll order those parts that I mentioned. Now we gotta go back to 9/16 here. Somebody must have started doing this project a long time ago, and that's how the last guy got it. The guy I bought it from. That's how he ended up with it. I figured the head bolts would be able to come out a little easier, but that's tight. I'll pull the spark plug out, and yeah, I just spray some. Maybe it'll pop or do something. And like I said, I don't know if the magneto's even pulsating. Let me get the 15/16 wrench, and I'll be right back with you. I hope I'm not talking to myself here. I hope I turned the camera on. All I'm doing now is pulling the spark plug out. I screwed the muffler back on. That was no big deal. I don't know if I'm going to put a new one on. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. They sell them at Tractor Supply. Kohlers take them too. It's a 1-inch, the 1-inch muffler. So far, nothing wants to come out easy on this, not even the spark plug. I just want to go in and get some two-stroke. I'll be back in the jet. I always over prime everything. Tomorrow's gonna be another nice day, so I'll continue making another video. I don't know how it's going to be for me to do the points with my eyes, but I'm going to try. Just had the spark plug was screwed in, not even hand tight all the way, but it was in there. But it's better than the second Gravely we got there with no spark plug at all in it. Alright, so I'm just gonna hook up the battery again here. I think I'm going to let the jack down. Oh yeah, this doesn't have the what do you call it, the drain plug in the carburetor. That's missing for some odd reason. But that doesn't matter. I just primed it just to see if we can get a little something out of this thing. So that's that up here. Definitely got to do something about cables. Definitely. This is ridiculous here. Just move you over here. So if it explodes, it doesn't damage my camera too much. See if we can snap another chain. Holy crap. I don't think I'm getting the chain tight enough here. I don't know. Alright. I might have to put a 1/4 inch. I'll be back to you. Let me situate this chain. Let's see if it happens again. I can't get that chain too tight. I loosened the cable at the starter to swing it down a little bit because the cable barely fits this thing. So, I don't know. I want to hear if I hear the magneto pulsing. Sounds like it has good, decent compression anyway, but I don't think I'm hearing the magneto pulsing. Alright. Okay, so we're going to end this one here. We didn't get nowhere near as much as I wanted to get done today, but we got a little something done. And thanks for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Take care.